I just watched the new Captain America movie, and I have to say it was not bad. It was actually a pretty good movie. Going to be a quick style rant video, just like my James Gunn video. Not a lot of editing, not a lot of heavy things like that, but we're gonna have a conversation about this fucking movie because I thought it was a very good movie. People like to say that it was like, oh, it was a good movie, not a great movie, or people like to say, oh, it wasn't a bad movie, it was just mid. I think this was generally, in the truest sense of the word, a good movie. There are definitely points of the movie, or the film I should start saying, that you can definitely tell that this wasn't the original idea. Like there are definitely cuts in between the movie where you're like, oh, okay, this is definitely from the original script and this is where this is going now, I guess. Does not mean that the overall viewing experience itself was terrible. I thought the movie was actually very enjoyable. Now, the real question I like to ask with Marvel movies now is, does it feel like a movie or does it feel like a Marvel movie? Early Marvel films, they felt like movies. They actually felt like genuine retellings of the original source material. I think that's why a lot of people actually really enjoyed those films. So does Captain America 4 feel like a Marvel movie or does it just feel like a movie? And I gotta say, it's not a bad mix of both. It definitely doesn't feel like its own standalone movie that could survive without the entirety of the fucking MCU carrying its own legacy on the film's back. It definitely doesn't feel like a Thor Love and Thunder. It definitely doesn't feel like an Ant-Man Quantumania. It doesn't feel like a movie that Marvel made so they could have something to write off with their tax returns. There is a character that comes from Israel, and you can obviously tell looking at her entire fucking suit that this was not the original suit that she was going to wear in the film, or this wasn't even the original role that she was going to play in the film. But due to conflicts in the Middle East, a lot of things were worked around for this film. One of the big problems I did have with the film was the villain. The villain is the leader, and the leader doesn't even really feel like he's that much of a threat in the film, or primarily because I don't really give a fuck about the leader in this film at all. The whole idea is that like it's kind of like a running outside joke of the film and like actually in real life that like this character was forgotten about literally fucking everybody, including Ross himself, after pretty much winning Ross the election. And the whole idea is that, oh, you forgot about me? I'm going to make sure your legacy is ruined so people will remember you. That's the whole idea. Not a bad goal, to be honest, except that I don't really care about this character because I don't know who the fuck he is. I haven't seen this character since the better part of 2008 when I was damn near a fucking sperm cell. How the fuck would I ever even begin to care about this character's motivations? And it doesn't help for like half of the movie, you don't even see the character's face, so you really can't put any feelings, you can't put any emotions to this character's like drive. To make this work, they could have done a lot more to help the audience actually like remember or fuck recreate his character. Show his family getting like fucking no scoped by Ross or something or shot in the fucking head, right? Show me his life being lost to Everett Ross. And maybe then I can actually like really give a fuck about his motivations more. I think that's what people liked about Thanos. I think that's the problem with a lot of Marvel movies right now. They want to recreate that essence of Thanos of being this misunderstood character. And like I said, I'm okay with misunderstood villains, but I don't even understand you as a fucking character. So how am I going to understand you going forward in the film, in the movie, in the comic, or whatever media, but more specifically film, since we're talking about the MCU? CGI was not terrible. A lot of people I saw like a lot of people saying the CGI was going to be terrible, and surprisingly, they were just bullshitting. The CGI was not bad. It's the same thing I had to say about the 2008 Hulk movie, where people said that CGI was terrible and it made the movie unwatchable, and it wasn't. One of the big problems I did have with the CGI's film is literally like in the last 3 minutes of the movie where Sam Wilson is talking down Everett Ross as Red Hulk. I don't have a problem with the idea of Sam Wilson talking down Hulk because like how else is he supposed to fucking beat him? But I do have a problem with the green screen looking like you got it from a fucking Costco and said, fuck it, stand back here, let's do it. Another one of those things where it's like, okay, this was definitely one of the reshoots that wasn't supposed to be in the original movie. This was supposed to end a different way. I have to say, one of the worst things about Captain America Brave New World is the fact that it was a film fighting itself. It was a film fighting the previous script with the new script. It was so blatantly obvious that you can see aspects of the original film bleeding into the current film, and it kind of made it unlikable. It didn't make it unbearable to watch. Like I said, it's a good movie, and it's a great Marvel movie. Two different things though. So yeah, fuck it. If you want to get back in the theaters, experience the MCU, and relive your fucking childhood with Captain America First Avenger, this is not the movie for you. But if you do want to get back in the movies and just sit down, watch something, and probably have a good time if you go with someone, then yeah, this is your movie. Go ahead, by all means, have fun.